This weekend's gonna be kind of interesting because we have the hippie movie and we have the military movie, and those two are not exactly peanut butter and jelly. They're just not. Act of Valor. So Act of Valor is a military Navy SEAL movie that from the trailer automatically tells you that the main characters in this movie are actually active duty Navy SEALs. There is a subtext to that, and that is, no one in this movie is going to put Salieri from Amadeus to shame in terms of acting. They're just not going to. So I don't think you can go into Act of Valor and pick apart the acting, because right away they tell you, dude, they're active duty Navy SEAls. What do you expect? The what do you expect? That's subtext, but it's there. The acting is not that great, ladies and gentlemen, but that's not why I went to the movie. This is what I gathered from the trailer, that Act of Valor is going to be a very realistic and badass action movie that pays respect to what active duty military personnel and veterans do and have gone through, yet it's probably a bit of a commercial for the Navy SEALs. And it was all those things. What I liked about this movie is the action in this movie, spot on. Like when they're going through their missions, they're talking on the radios, you know, it's all really covert and quiet. It was like Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six or something. The sniper's picking dudes off, and when it all just, the shit hits the fan, you're like, fuck yeah! So many of those moments in this movie. That, and it harkens back to the 80s action movies, you know, before CGI took up every frame, everything was all gritty and real. Now, once again, it's all gritty and real, and that's great. The stuff that actually pissed me off wasn't the acting, it was the first-person shooter mode. I'm gonna call it that, which is a video game term, but it seemed like a video game. It goes to the helmet cam sometimes, you see the gun out front, it looks just like what you're gonna think of, which is first-person shooter game, beginning but not ending with Call of Duty. It just felt like they were sales pitching teenagers, you know, like those commercials where it shows two kids playing a first-person shooter game, and the guy turns to the screen, it's like, hey, you want to do this for real? And then it shows, you know, an actual military battleground. It's what it felt like, probably what it was too. I'll say this about Act of Valor also, right in the opening scene, it puts everything in perspective for you. Right away, you're like, dude, bad guys need to die, because that was some messed up shit. And yeah, this movie does have emotional tones to it, and I like that too. I mean, when you see these soldiers hitting their lowest low at some points, you realize you're like, these guys have actually gone through this emotional shitstorm, and it actually kind of hits you. So was the acting great? No. Was the plot of this movie original? Not exactly. Was it a badass action movie? You bet. And does it pay respect to the men and women who actually serve in the military and have served in the military? Absolutely. And I think that's really important. Why? Because everyone has an opinion about the military. Everyone thinks they know stuff, but when you watch this movie, you realize you're like, I actually haven't seen the shit they've seen. So what do I know? Thank you to the men and women who serve in the military and fight for our freedom and give me the freedom to do what I do. I appreciate it. You all kick ass. As an avid 80s action movie fan, I will say I would buy Act of Valor on Blu-ray. And I shall do just that. It's all the superb action of an 80s action movie and all the acting that goes with it. Because, come on, dude, the 80s action stars, they weren't that great. They weren't, really. Van Damme, Seagal, no. So I imagine Act of Valor is going to divide reviewers down the line. If you're looking for a cool action movie that pays respect to active duty personnel and does not have great acting, which is pretty much what the trailer tells you it's going to be, you're going to like the movie. If you're looking for a movie with an original plot that's going for Best Actor of 2012, not going to find it here. If you thought Hurt Locker was overrated and boring, check out Act of Valor. There it is. So your favorite military movie or military action movie, whatever it may be, comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right here to see more.